All right, good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Let me just move this up. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Happy Friday. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let me just make sure you guys on YouTube can hear me all good. Shooting in from Bali today with you guys. I'm here for the trading retreat next week. So we came to Bali a little bit early. Audio and video good, awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm back to travel trading setup, guys. So you'll have to bear with me. I'm just moving some things around. I won't talk too long, guys, because I am looking for some potential gold buys here in a second. But you guys on YouTube, welcome back. If anyone is new here, my name is Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 7 years, mainly focusing on commodity futures here in the European session. We'll be trading with you guys for the next hour and a half and see what we get here for the day. Now, I am looking for longs here on gold, guys. I did get some longs in Asia. On my Asia account, I got about 80 ticks, one contract. But I am looking for some more longs. We have had a lot of news that's come out today, which has been extremely bullish for gold. And we have seen some absolutely phenomenal pushes. From the lows of Asia today, you know, gold's already pushed 674 ticks, which is pretty incredible. Yeah, there was a lot of fundamentals, to push that move higher on gold. It was an absolutely incredible move. But I'm still looking for longs here on gold, guys. What I'm pretty much seeing, which I'll stop rambling on because we could get it here in a second. Hourly's holding support, grabbing previous lows. We have a really nice trend line coming down here. I'll explain it here in a second, but I may be getting long here soon. You have a big trend line coming down here. To be honest, I think this is trying to bring in a lot of sellers. I think a lot of sellers are going to be getting squeezed in some stops just above 34.55-ish, and that's where I'm going to try and buy up into. So I'm looking to get long here on gold in a second, guys. Had that 30-minute just close. You had a very nice fake out here. You grabbed lows, closed bullish, came down for a very steep wick rejection, holding this support here. And with gold being so bullish, I am looking to continue to buy gold today. Now, you know, you could argue there's the possibility of retracing this move here today, but to be honest, I'm not really interested in them trades. I'm interested in the easy trades following the markets and not trying to fight them. So I may be looking to get long here soon on gold. I'm looking to play price back up into these highs, which is about a 70 tick move. Now, given the ranges are very big today, guys, I'm going to be using half risk. So on my 150k Topstep account here, I'm just going to be trading one contract. So if you guys want to, you know, trade long or, you know, even trade a combine today, given the fact the fundamentals have been crazy today, don't overexpose yourself. You know, gold's been in some phenomenal runs recently. We're like up over 1,000 ticks in like 2 days, which is just huge. Yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning. Yeah, trendline is beautiful, very well respected. Yeah, I do believe a lot of people are probably trying to get in some early shorts here on gold. I'm just trying to see where can I get long with a good risk to reward. To be honest, where we're at, it's not bad. It's not a bad area. You know, risking off any closure back below this support, looking for a retracement. I may get a buy stop here soon on gold, guys. I may look for a buy stop soon. My only concern is it's not a concern, not enough to not take a trade. But we have done a lot of price today. That's my only concern of being a little bit patient. That, you know, with this moving like 650 ticks, I am expecting a little bit of a range play here in London. But you know, these ranges are still 100 ticks. Like, great, you can still get great trades in these ranges. We just need to be a little bit more refined with our entries. And if we're going to trade a range, we want to be doing it at least good areas. So you're currently coming down, grabbing the previous 5-minute lows. If we re-break these highs, I may look for a buy stop here in a second. That'd be a pretty valid stop as well. Let me see. You kind of see we're kind of getting squeezed here on gold. We're getting squeezed. To me, it's looking like we're ready to see a nice breakout. I'll do my whole top-down analysis in a second. If you guys on YouTube haven't seen it just yet, the reason I'm jumping straight in here because I've been looking for these buys since pre-London, so I don't want to miss it. But we'll see. I think we got time here. If this 5-minute close is below, great. 5-minute closure back above. Actually, I'm going to put in a buy stop here, guys, just in case this 5-minute flips, because you're currently coming down. You're grabbing the previous 5 lows. So if we re-break these highs, we can see if we can drive this. If the 5-minute close is bearish, that's fine. I'll just cancel the buy stop. And I'll be risking off this current 5-minute low. So if we do flip bullish, I'll be risking about 20 ticks to see if we can play this up for about 80, which is a pretty decent risk to reward. Let's see, we've got 1 minute. If it closes below, then great. We just wait for fake out buys. Super simple. But yeah, I'm not really too interested in shorting gold. Like I say, gold's been very, very, very bullish so far today. And I'm sure you guys have probably already seen. But there was a lot of... can I go back further? There you go. Yeah, here. There was a lot of news in Israel and Iran. Look, Iran launched more than 100 drones towards Israel in the past hours, and that was only 2 hours ago. So we have had some very, very... Oh, there we go. Very, very, very big news. I'm going to bring in a... I just got tagged in there, guys. I'm going to bring a stop just down below these lows. So fundamentally, gold's bullish. Technicals, to me, are looking just nice to come back up and play this range here. Like I say, the ranges are pretty big today, so to me, they're worthwhile. What time is it? 2:47. I'm in Bali, so I'm getting used to the different time zones. It's currently 2:40 p.m. for me. 7:40 London time. So we've got 20 minutes till the London Open here, guys. Very nice entry. Very, very nice entry. The site I use for news is you have Financial Juice built into Topstep X here. So this is a feed from Financial Juice built into Topstep X. So that's what I use for all my upcoming news. Yeah, very nice entry. We're finally getting that squeeze here. I am going to have to be a little bit aggressive with the management today, guys, because we're in some pretty tough ranges. It was a lovely entry. We hit highs of about 37 ticks very quickly. My fingers on the trigger, guys. I don't want to see this wick around too much. I may get out here in a second, guys. It's pretty volatile. Let's not be too aggressive. It comes down a little bit more. I may get out here. Yeah, I'm getting out there, guys. I'm getting out there. I don't like the way that just wicked up and wicked down so quick. To me, that's not what I would want to see. So I've just closed that at very quickly, minus like 8 ticks. Very quick. So what was the stop loss? Stop loss, 8 ticks. Because the way you... There you go, great exit. The way you just flip bullish and then tag the highs and instantly came back down, that's not what I want to see. I want to see it grab the lows, flip bullish and drive. As soon as we start hitting this resistance and rejecting, I want to be very agile. So yeah, great management there, guys. Minus 8 ticks. That was a very quick spike. What did we hit highs of? We hit highs of about 37 ticks, so $300. Wicked out these highs here, and you're right back down. So very quick, good management there. Very good, quick management. Dump it. No, don't dump it. Don't do that. That was a good management there. I don't know if you grabbed it. You guys can see. Did you grab this high on the currency? And you guys who have the currency charts open, did you actually grab these highs? If you didn't, that's a very interesting double top. You did. You grabbed them? Okay, there you go. So as soon as you grab these highs in the currency chart, which I'm not watching, you have to manage your trade. Because that could be a liquidity grab of previous, 30-minute highs maybe? Yeah, previous 30-minute highs before pulling back. Remember, guys, we have to be very reactive and very agile today. Gold has pushed up this much. So trades that we do get here together, we just have to manage aggressively. Because, you know, like I say, you've already pushed up 670 ticks. We did hit a nice quick 30 ticks there. But we have to be very reactive in these ranges. So good entry, good management. Yeah, good It's a very quick entry as well. I was too busy looking at the news. It tagged us in, hit the highs, and rejected. Any of you guys on YouTube? I do correlate this to the currency chart on TradingView, and the guys have said that these highs did actually get grabbed, which is interesting. Let me see if I can show you guys. Let me see if I can show you. No, you didn't. You didn't grab it on the currency. Not that I can see. You didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't grab on the currency. No, it wasn't grabbed. No, it wasn't grabbed. So that's a perfect double top. So that could still be a target for later on. That's all good. It's all good, Chris. All good, man. All good. Which is very surprising. You know, usually you think you come up, liquidate these highs, and then push down. But the fact that you haven't grabbed that on the currency as well, could still hit. Boy, sabotaging you there. I know. Yeah, no grab on the currency. Yep. Yeah, good management. Very good management. The management is all based off. You know, although it didn't grab the highs, the reason I managed so aggressively, and I was going to give this trade a little bit of breathing room, but because we had such a nice entry where you grabbed the lows and closed bullish, if this candle opens up, wicks the highs, and then starts to come back down aggressively, then I'm like, oh, that could be a fake out. Price is holding this resistance, so I want to keep that trade very well managed. Have we got any news coming out here? Gold's having a big sell-off there. Oh, there you go. So Israel began intercepting drones. So they're intercepting the potential war, which could be the reason we're seeing gold spike lower. We can do a bit of top-down analysis here in a second, guys, with gold having such a aggressive sell-off there. I'll show you guys what I'm overall looking for today. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's had a good week in the markets. Anyway, we're straight in there with the trade there. Like I say, I did get the buys in Asia, but I got it on my 50, not on my 150. So yeah, don't intercept. Yeah, I know. Isn't that a crazy thing to think about? That's why trading is such a strange thing sometimes. Like, you can have countries intercepting drones, and we're talking about gold going down. Could be a sell now. It could be a sell. My only concern is not even really a concern. It's more so, you know, if I was able to catch this 600 tick move up today, would I be selling gold right now? For me personally, with gold being up 674 ticks today, if I try and short gold and I'm wrong, that's probably going to be an emotional trigger, and that's going to be a tilt trigger, and that's what I don't want to do. I would rather be wrong following the markets and following this overall trend than trying to fight it. And it's not to say that we can't go down. You know, this pullback's great overall. Like, this is nice. Yeah, nice 4-hour evening style. Yeah, good spot, Nick. I grabbed the highs, rejected. You guys on YouTube as well, you guys on Zoom, we already spoke about it. But these highs here, you see where it hasn't quite grabbed these highs? If you look on the currency chart, price actually has liquidated these highs. So if you look here on the, I think it's on the monthly that we have tagged the highs. Yeah, so if you see here on the futures chart, you haven't quite tagged May's high. However, on the currency chart, you did actually tag the highs. Yep, all good, Aiden. All good, man. All good. So although I do have this liquidity level marked on, oh, sorry, no wonder it's not gone on chart. Sorry, Zoom guys. It has been hit on the currency chart, so it doesn't necessarily mean it needs to grab these highs now. If these highs have been grabbed in the currency chart, it doesn't necessarily have to be grabbed. Good management there, guys. Look at that. Great management. Yeah, 34.20. 34.20. Yeah, back down these highs. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, starting to sell. Having quite a big sell-off here. Gold's been moving crazy. We'll have a look at other markets as well, guys. We'll have a look at NQ. We'll have a look at crude. Crude's been on a crazy run today as well. I'm sure you guys have already seen crude. Would you look to apply any fib levels for getting back into the long position? Sorry guys, someone's phoning me. I'll take that after. Sorry guys, give me 2 seconds. I just have an important call, but I'll tell them I'll call them back. Trade an hour. I'll take that after. Sorry, guys. I mean, you could take a fib. Like maybe you could take a fib from the lowest point to the highs. Look at that colorful fib. Maybe you got the 50% sitting around all of these highs, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I mean, these highs here would be the most logical level for price to retest before pushing potentially back higher. The only thing is, when I was buying today in Asia, I was buying up into previous daily highs and up into this liquidity. And now that we're back up here, it's like, is this going to hold this major resistance and gold start to going to have a, the weekly still closes back within this range? What's interesting here on gold is how we opened on Monday morning, tapped into last week's low, and then had a very, very, very big push. 34.26. Yeah, D made a great trade on. Oh, nice. Crude short. Yeah, nice. Oh, look at this on gold, guys. Wowee. What a short. Yeah, be careful. Yeah, absolutely. Be careful today anyway. We do have news later on as well. Yeah, my longs in Asia was here. So these were my liquidity levels for Asia. I was actually looking to buy this in New York yesterday, however, you couldn't quite get there. But today in Asia, you came down, tagged the 15 lows and broke out. So I got long from here to here in Asia today. Took it for about 80 ticks. That was my Asia trade. I kind of wish I held some runners on that, but to be honest, I got out at the areas I said I would get out, so you can't really complain when you then see it rip this much. And that was pure fundamentals as well. Wow, look at this, guys. What are we down here pre-London? Pre-London, we're down about 200 ticks here, guys. This is huge. Yeah, crude as well. Quick look at crude. Because gold is moving. I'd be happy with 8 ticks. I woke up and it already ripped. Yeah, I watched it because I was luckily on a one-to-one call. Otherwise, if I was at home, I actually would have missed it. But yeah, look at this on crude. From the lows from the 60s, like look at this. That's almost a 30% push on crude since the end of May. Like that's insane. Like that's like we were saying in our pre-London stream, that's like a month's worth of price action in one day. That was obviously purely fundamentally based, but crazy volume. NQ as well. Let's do some, let me have a quick look at gold. Let me just see what we want to see before we start looking at other markets. So we got London open in 10 minutes as well, guys. Remember, we haven't even had the London open yet. Owlie's looking very bearish. I'm surprised you didn't at least, maybe just quickly wick into like previous hourly highs. I'm very surprised, but I guess there's a reason for this sell-off. Why do you trade future market on gold rather than spot on gold? I do the spot chart for analysis. Futures charts, better platforms, better execution. For day trading, trying to day trade on the spot chart, you can deal with pretty poor spreads. Whereas when I trade futures here on Topstep, I get great executions. And I'm obviously here trading here on Topstep, so I do my analysis on the spot chart, but I do all my execution on the futures. I prefer the fills. Sometimes, when you're trading the spot chart on the CFD side, you're dealing with like, 2 to 5 tick spread sometimes, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in and out of every position, it can be a little bit frustrating. Like sometimes you can put in a buy stop and it won't tag you on the futures, but it could get tagged in on the spot chart. So I was like, no, futures give me much better executions. I think Topstep's a much better funding firm than what's in the CFD space, and Topstep is a great platform as well. So let's wait for this London open here on gold, guys. We'll have a quick look at NQ. I know the weekly's starting to look pretty bearish on NQ. You're tapping into some very big weekly resistance. Huge levels. Now I do believe, you're going to see NQ at all-time highs. But to be honest, a pullback from here would be pretty healthy. How deep we need to pull back? Maybe even back down to these areas. 20,500 looks like a pretty logical level. To be honest, I thought we were maybe going to do it here yesterday. Once you wicked out the highs, held the resistance, I thought maybe yesterday you might be coming down for... sorry, not yesterday, this is the weekly. This week here coming down to retest these levels. Now, daily time frame, Wednesday wicked the highs, closed a bit doji. Yesterday kind of grabbed the lows, closed a bit doji. Today, fundamentally, straight back lower. With that news coming out stronger for gold, that means people are taking their money off NQ and putting it into gold. So we are seeing a pretty decent pullback here on NQ. Yeah, nice addition. Yeah, definitely. Yep, it's a nice, like, you know, you guys kind of say, do I yeah, that's the reason for the gold sell-off, intercepting the drones. Yep. I know some of you guys do wonder, you know, you always say, like, do I confluence gold with other assets? I don't, but I correlate the futures chart with the currency chart, because like I say, them liquidity grabs are very important. And with gold here, you know, if you were just watching the futures chart, you might miss that these highs have already been grabbed in the currency. So that could be a reason to maybe exit your longs in the futures. As soon as they get grabbed in the currency, you could be exiting your long futures. So that's the only correlation I do. But it depends. I do that correlation because I mainly started trading the spot chart, and that's kind of what I got used to. But if you guys are maybe new to gold, you can probably just focus on just the gold futures. I'm just used to them liquidity grabs in the currency chart. So NQ, you know, you are having a nice sell-off, but look what we're coming right back into. We're coming into a pretty decent breakout level, 21.5, big resistance, broken it, held it, pushed higher, held it. Could we be, you know, could you get bought right back up here at NQ? I mean, if I was selling, I'd be looking to take profit down at these regions, that's for sure. You kind of just tagged the lows of the 5th of June. Huge sell-off today, and now you're coming back up into the 4-hour highs. What's nice here on NQ is you did actually come down. You wicked into previous 4-hour lows and instantly rejected. So NQ could get bought up pretty quick. I mean, it's kind of like gold. It's like, do you want to be, you know, the first one trying to buy it after a huge sell-off? Not really. I mean, not really, but obviously it's a lot riskier. I'd be more comfortable seeing maybe an hourly breakout, and then, you know, you can maybe come back up and retest these levels where you had a massive breakout. Remember, guys, we don't even have the London Open yet, and we're already having some huge moves. Look at this on gold, massive sell-off. Yeah, NQ, yep. Yeah, I used to correlate gold with the DXY. I always just found myself just coming back to just looking at just gold to make the most sense. Like sometimes the DXY could be gaining strength and gold could still gain strength. So I'd always just found it much easier for day trading anyway, just to look at gold. For swing trading, it's probably a different story. You know, you probably want to correlate the US dollar and the DXY to what gold's doing overall. But for day trading, you know, I know a lot of guys do correlate NQ and gold. But honestly, for intraday trading, like I've, you know, seen them correlate, and I've also seen them move together. So I honestly find with just gold, just looking at gold, is what's usually the most consistent. Yep, absolutely, Brad. Yep, there'll be a little bit less, but yeah, we'll still do the calls, man, for sure. Yeah, you guys on YouTube, unfortunately, there'll be no London streams next week as I'm doing the trading retreat here in Bali, but we'll be right back the week after as well. And I'll be getting lots of content from the retreat, so we'll be right back on next week, guys. We're on the retreat from Sunday until Saturday, and then we'll be right back to streaming the next week. No, I haven't seen that website, man. Let's see if I can get it here on my phone. Oh, nice. No, I haven't seen that. Oh, that's interesting. I can have a look at that. About percent of correlation. Yeah, interesting, man. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. I'd like to look at that more. I know if you're trading NQ. Now, if I was trading NQ, I absolutely correlate NQ with ES. Like sometimes ES might not grab the lows, but NQ grabs the lows, and then you have the push. This is looking quite nice here in NQ. Grab the lows, you're breaking back higher. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely, man. Still do the market calls. So yeah, NQ looks like you could pull back some of this range, which, you know, could that explain the gold sell-off to continue pushing? We got London open in about 3 minutes here, guys. Shares, guys, nice. Let me see if I can open it here. Can you guys see this? Nice. My big head's in the way. Yeah, it's about, so this is about the percent of correlation. So where's gold here? Is gold on here? GC here. So what's the highest? Oh, look at that copper, interesting. Oh, look at that crude, and what's that? Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, that's interesting. I'd like to actually go through this a little bit more. That's interesting. Interesting to see what other instruments are correlated. There's NQ, yeah, there you go. NQ and ES, yeah, 97. That's huge. What's that? Minus 100. What's that? The euro and the US. All right, obviously. Decent rejection now. Yeah, nice rejection. See, this is why I'm not super comfortable shorting gold. I just feel like shorting gold. Like I say, it's not to say that you can't pull back, but it's more so to say, like, if I short gold and gold keeps pushing up, I'm gonna look back and I'll go, wow, why on earth was I trying to short against this huge push up? You know, it's one of them things where, you know, you're trying to understand things that might send you on tilt and certain things that might bring in certain emotions. And for me, trying to short a market that's been pushing up, you know, almost 700 ticks today alone, it's pretty aggressive. I personally still like buys here on gold, guys. We had this crazy sell-off here in London yesterday. So even from the lows of London to the highs of today, you know, gold's up 1,000 ticks. Like, that is huge. That is absolutely huge. Same as here. You know, when gold had this massive push up yesterday, if you were so fixated on the fact that you think price needs to pull back, you know, you would have missed out on this beautiful continuation trade. And it's not, like I say, it's not to say that, you know, it's about being right or wrong. You know, we're not paid on, you know, who someone's right and someone's wrong. I'm just trying to find the easiest and less stressful trading opportunities, and the trading opportunities that are going to make the most sense. So for me, yeah, I'm not a huge, maybe let's say if London does, you know, end up just having a crazy huge sell-off, great, then I can maybe pull back and continue shorting pre-New York, for example. I would like to let the markets come to me a lot more than just this. Like, this, for me personally, isn't enough for me to want to sell. Now, like I say, it's not to say that we can't pull back. It's more so just to say that that wouldn't necessarily be my trade. And, you know, we're not here to catch every single up and down move. We're here to catch the trades that fit our plan and that make the most sense to us. Yeah, gold pops. Yep. Yeah, fear is gone. Yep, I agree. That's what they just said. Yeah, I agree. Gold is the highest correlation with live cattle. Man, cattle's been on a coach who brought me onto the idea of looking at cattle, and it's been I mean, has it still been having crazy pushes? Just, yeah, insane. Same as platinum. Again, platinum's a market that I've never traded before, but even platinum's been having some just like crazy pushes. A lot of markets have been having very volatile moves. So I say to you guys, you know, don't go too crazy. We're having a lot of news coming out that's kind of changing at any minute as well. We do have, in terms of scheduled in news today, I do believe we have consumer sentiment today. I don't know why I don't have it in here. Let me have a look. We have, what was it today? We got, yeah, we got consumer sentiment, 3 p.m. London time. 3 p.m. London time. But to be honest, do I think it's going to have as much of an impact as we've already seen on gold? I mean, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, it's a nice rejection. The thing is, for gold now, I think our job's very simple. if we want to go long on gold, what do we want to see? We want to see some nice fake out buys. So you just grab the highs and close back below. So if we close back above, great, we can go long. Otherwise, if you hold below this level, there's nothing to say you either can't range or just continue squeezing a little bit lower. I think NQ's probably having a nice pullback as well. Yeah, NQ having a nice pullback again. It's kind of tough to want to buy this when you've just dropped this much. Speak the damn truth. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's the thing, man. You know, like with trading psychology, it's not really so much about you know, becoming like an emotionless robot. It's about trying to be aware of what things could potentially send you down that spiral, and more so just being aware of them. And for me personally, if I short gold today after this huge push and gold continues pushing up, I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna go, wow, that was really stupid. I was fixated on what could happen as opposed to what was right in front of me. Exactly the same here yesterday. With this huge push up, if I just fixate on trying to short this because I think price is going to have a pullback, but then I miss out on this, I'm going to massively kick myself. And that's probably what's going to send me on tilt. So it's about, yeah, it's about understanding what things trigger certain emotions. And if gold does have a push down, and that's maybe not your trade, which isn't my trade, I go, that's fine, great. And it's nice, it's pulling back. Maybe I'll get my continuation trade later on, for example. Lean hogs, yeah. Ticket should be held, yeah, it absolutely should be. Yep, 100%, yep, that's it, man. You kind of switch off from the emotions, but it's how you react to them, absolutely. So it's about having awareness as opposed to being an emotionless robot. You know, we're humans at the end of the day, you know. Yeah, absolutely, Paul, that's not my trade. It's a very calming thought, 100%. Like if gold has a massive drop right now, I personally have zero FOMO because that's just not my trade. My trade was to continue buying in Asia, which is what I did. And that's it, yeah. You know, I think a lot of people do believe you have to be this very neutral, just emotionless robot. But, you know, I've been trading for 7 years. I still get emotions in trading. And I've kind of learned over time that that's okay. But what I don't do now is I don't react off the emotions. Whereas previously me, you know, I'd be the one trying to revenge trade shorts here or trying to revenge trade longs here after a little loss and get the fear of missing out. It's like I might still feel an element of fear of missing out. But what I don't do now is actually take trading decisions based on that. I'm aware of certain emotions. I accept it. You know, you might journal it, you might write it down, you might even lock yourself out for an hour and then you might come back. So it's about recognizing the emotions and not actually reacting off them, as opposed to getting frustrated when you feel a certain emotion. Like people, you know, they feel like they're going on tilt, they feel a certain emotion, and then they get like annoyed and like angry at themselves. It's like, no, it's okay. Like it's okay to feel certain emotions, but what you don't want to do is make trading decisions off them. Don't let emotions dictate logic. That's my 2 cents. That's kind of my approach. You know, I always thought you had to get to a point of you know, you trade for a certain time, then you just become numb to trading, which is true to a degree. I guess you know, you don't feel the same emotions, but you definitely still have days in the markets where the markets test you. They want to make you go on tilt. They want to make you FOMO into trades, and you know, the biggest thing you can do is just be aware. If you can be aware and you can accept it, write it down, and move on, that's a very good professional thing to do. Yeah, the lockout measures on Topstep X have saved so many accounts. Yeah, absolutely, man. Especially here, like if gold's pushing down right now and you feel like you're getting the urge to try and short it or try and buy the dips, like, you know, do this. Let me come back in 30 minutes. Great. Lock yourself out and come right back. These markets are going nowhere. But if you keep blowing up every time you feel a certain emotion, you're not going to be here the next 2-3+ months. And we're trying to stick around for the next, you know, good couple of years. Yeah, 3,400 for it to keep going up. Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. 3,400. I mean, maybe. The thing is, like, look at this weekly. Obviously, it's Friday. We are at all-time high resistance. Where did we tap into? Yeah, we did. I don't have my level in here. Let me put this level in here, guys. So next key level to watch is the 50s, so 3450. So 3450 is big all-time high resistance, and this weekly, the weekly time frame on gold has never closed above 3400, which is very interesting. So if this weekly does close above 3400, next week you're going to have great buys. But it's going to be very interesting to see if we actually can, or if we end up doing just wicking all the way back down. How much of a rejection would that be? That'd still be another 300 tick push down. Seems like a lot, but with the amount of volume we have been doing recently, crazily, it wouldn't actually surprise me that much. I don't, again, doesn't matter what I think, but I don't think we're going to wick all the way back down and close below 3400, but who knows? With consumer sentiment at 3 o'clock London time, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Any more news coming out? Not really. Yeah, instant control, that's very interesting. Yeah, 3450 is a big level though. 4 hours kind of forming a nice evening star here as well. Rejected, grabbed the highs, retested 3450. Now having a pullback. If we're going to hold some resistance anywhere, probably be sorry, wrong tool. If we're going to hold some resistance anywhere and find some support, maybe back down at this breakout high. And the thing is, now that it has pushed down this much, if if we do get a reason to go long from here, following this move, even if that just ends up being a pullback, well, for a pullback, that's still like a 100 tick trade. And at least trying to trade that pullback, or at least trading the pullback, you're following this huge move. Hi A, hello. What's the difference in the behavior between a buy limit and a buy stop? A buy stop limit? So a buy limit is you will set it below current price, anticipating that you're going to have a reaction from here, for example. So I personally only use buy stops, but a buy limit would be below current price, and you'd be anticipating that price is maybe going to hold this support. Oh, wrong tool. That'll do. You're anticipating price is going to hold this support, so you might set a buy limit here and see if price is going to push up. The reason that I love to use buy stops is, let's say if right now you put in a buy stop above this high, your buy stop will only get triggered once price hits this level. Then your buy stop will be triggered, then you're hoping that price can continue pushing up. I personally love the buy stop orders. Let me get rid of this just in case anything crazy happens. The reason that I love the buy stops, like the buy stop we just put here together, is because, let's say, how do I show you as an example? Let's say if we're pushing down, let's say if you have a buy stop here, for example, and price opens and instantly pushes down, and I'm looking for price to flip bullish and have a really nice drive. I love to put in the buy stop, because if price doesn't flip bullish and it just keeps pushing down, then I can just cancel my order and I don't get tagged into the trade, I don't take the loss. I used to use buy limits more so for swing trading. I personally don't use buy limits anymore. I only use buy stops for day trading. If I want to use a buy limit and I'm wanting price to buy from a certain region, I personally would rather just set an alert and jump on the charts when that alert goes off. So yeah, buy stop is when it breaks above a certain price. Like if you want price to break these highs and continue pushing up, you might have a buy stop here. If you want price to come down and tag these areas before going long, you might want to put a buy limit there. There's actually a great, let me see if I can show you. There's a great visual representations of it versus limit. Kind of explains it probably better than me. It's a really good picture. Where is it? I've seen it before. Here. There's a good visual where here. So buy stop is when it pushes up, tags it and pushes up. And buy limit is when it comes down, tags the buy limit, and then you're hoping it's going to push up. So there's a good little visual representation of it. I love the buy and sell stops because I'm trying to get in with the momentum and with the volume. So let's say, for example, right now, let's say if you want a short gold to come down into these lows, but you could put in a sell limit here. You go, okay, sorry, sell stop, sorry, my bad, sell stop. So you can be like, okay, cool. If we break these lows, my sell stop's going to get tagged, and I'm going to see if we can push down. But if we keep pushing up and we close bullish, well, then I go, okay, cool. Delete my stop, no loss, no trade. So I find it helps me just not get tagged into trades that I don't want to be in. I feel like when I was using limit orders, I was more so trying to predict that price would reverse at certain areas. Whereas now if I put in the stop orders, if it doesn't break the highs or lows, then I don't get tagged in. That's all good. Might have already mentioned, just joined 5 minutes ago. Is there an uptrend line in the 30-minute? Like one from here? Yeah, there probably is actually. I haven't. Yep, I hadn't spotted that personally, but yeah, there is definitely. So could you be coming to squeeze that? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, high time frame candle opens that wicks are good. Yeah, they're the best ones. When the candles, like if I'm looking for longs, and the candle opens and instantly pushes down, then I'm like, oh great, beautiful buy stop, because I'm trying to take advantage of the fact that this is going to be a bottom wick, and then we're going to try and continue pushing up. No, I don't use keyboard shortcuts personally. Nothing wrong with using shortcuts, but no, I personally don't. Thank you. Yep, of course, no worries. How's everyone's week been? How have you guys found the markets this week? You guys had a good week, quiet week? I've had a quieter week personally, but I think that's because I've more so been working on the retreat stuff. Other than the trade this morning, I haven't really taken too many trades this week. So you're coming down here on gold, you're grabbing the previous 30-minute lows. Hourly also tapping into the previous lows. NQ having a nice bounce here as well, guys. 15 broke above the resistance. That would have been a lovely buy on this London Open candle in hindsight. Look at that. Lovely squeeze. Range and spike, yeah, 100%, man. June for me. Oh, nice. Look at this, beautiful. All green days. Wow, amazing. That's all the streams you've been tuning into. That's awesome, man. So you got 3,000 last week, 2,500 this week. Yeah, beautiful. Amazing consistency there. Very nice. That's what we like to see. Let's have a quick look at copper. Wow, copper back down at 475. Look at that. Copper back down at 475. Pretty messy on the daily as well. You know, yesterday you grabbed lows, closed bullish. I'll be looking to buy this today, to be honest. We ended up grabbing highs, coming straight back down. Big support there on copper. I find copper can be a little bit hit and miss. I haven't had. Sometimes I look at copper and I go, oh yeah, this is looking really nice. Other times I look at copper and I go, wow, this is actually can be really hard to call. If copper can wick back above these areas though, playing this range back up into these 490s would be pretty interesting. 4 winning days, beautiful. Past to 50k in Asia, yeah, amazing. Beautiful work. In considering the crazy volatile moves that we have had today, if you guys are green on the day, don't be afraid to lock yourself out on a Friday. We've seen some pretty crazy moves in the markets. This is interesting on gold, guys. Remember, if we break back above here, I still do like my overall bullish bias. Even if it ends up being a pullback, you could still pull back 100 ticks and I would be out. If I buy gold here, you know, I'm not holding it up into some major highs. I'm just trying to play a bit of a retracement here. And at least with that retracement, if it is just a retracement, well, at least I'm still following this move. And there's nothing to say that you can't just have a whole nother leg higher. Not that I'll be holding for that long, but even just to pull back into 3450, it's still a 130 tick move. You're coming down, you're grabbing the 30-minute lows, you're instantly rejecting. That's a pretty strong 30-minute rejection. That's the reason I'm not too eager in shorting this. If I do want a longer, though, I'd probably like to see a nice fake out back above here. And see if you can get a bit of a range play. How much was this pre-London? Pre-London, 222 ticks. Yep, 4 hour grab the lows holding support. Yep, nice. Not normally awake right now, but knowing your better knowledge about this time of the day is very reassuring. If I'm now get to learn about it from you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Going to the trader meetup? Which one, man? Which one? As in, like, my trading retreat, or you mean with the guys that are going to Chicago? I think some of the guys are going to Chicago, some of the Topstep guys. You're locking out. Yeah, good man, Dave. Good discipline. Good discipline. Good job for sharing that as well, man. Good job for sharing. That's what we're here for. Share the wins and share the losses. Share the reality of this game. We can get back above here, guys. This isn't looking too bad. Like I say, I'm not a huge fan of selling this. I'd rather be following this market than trying to sell it. And like I say, that we have done a lot of price today, so we are just looking to play ranges. We are looking to play the ranges, but the ranges, like I say, are still 100 plus ticks. Nice. Booked in 160 on the XFA. Yeah, beautiful work, Alfie. On a Friday, it's great. Given how much we have pushed, that's amazing. But yeah, I was actually looking for these. I was looking for these longs on gold yesterday in New York, but it took all the way until Asia. I was basically kind of looking at this yesterday in New York and going, okay, great. To me, this is a nice short trap. You came back down, held 3,400, bounced, pulled back today in Asia, and then just absolutely smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. But you know, if gold does range, you know, after such a huge move today, guys, it wouldn't be too surprising. Like I said, we can trade these ranges, but we just want to be doing it at good opportunities. If we're going to accept that today's going to be a little bit of a range-bound day, well, I want to put probabilities in my favor by doing it when the range shows me that there's volume and we're at a good part of the range. NQ's selling again. I mean, NQ's tough as well. You know, although you're having a nice little squeeze here, again, it's hard for me to want to. If this was gold, I'd be looking at this. That's kind of what we are looking at gold. If I was looking at this, you know, although you can see that price may pull back, I personally am still not super confident buying against this. And if I want to sell it to continue pushing this move down, well, I want to see more of a break back lower first. So copper. NQ, I think I personally would leave NQ to closer to New York. You've done a crazy amount of price today as well. We got 10 minutes till this first 30-minute close the London session here, guys. We're trying to get back above, which is nice. Lockout and swim time, 1.2k on the day. Yeah, amazing work, Brad. Beautiful work, man. 1.2k on a Friday is amazing, man. Amazing work. Beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. Yep. I like that, man. I like that. Yeah, London has had, especially yesterday. I didn't trade London yesterday because I was traveling to Bali. But when I saw it, I saw London had pushed down like, what, 350 ticks and then pulled back like another 480. I was like, yeah, good luck trying to trade New York. Yeah, nice one, Brad. 100%. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Enjoy your weekend as well, mate. I'll talk to you soon. But yeah, once London ripped down 350 and then pulled back like another 400, I was like, man, that's 700 ticks in a London session. Like, that is insane. So it's like, you know, it's no surprise that New York is going to create a big range, which could be similar scenario today. But the thing is, like I said, you can trade these ranges. Like, there's nothing wrong with trading these ranges because these are very big ranges. Even here on New York yesterday, you know, that's still 150 tick range. You can get great trades in that range. You just want to be doing it at good areas. And you want to be patient. You want to let volume come to you. But the ranges can be the days where, you know, most people end up blowing up mentally and going on tilt. Whereas for me, if I'm accepting it's going to be a bit of a range trade, I'll just do it a good area. Yeah, nice one, Jimmy. Sounds good, man. Enjoy the surf. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. 730 people here on Topstep, guys. Remember, drop a like for the Topstep channel. We won't be here next week, but we will absolutely be here the week after, guys. I'll try to get lots of content from the trading retreat as well. Caught a bit of London's move. Yeah, nice. I personally didn't. I didn't get. I was kind of looking. I was like, would I have even traded this if I was watching it? I was like, I'm not too sure that I actually would have even wanted to sell this. Like, this was in one 15-minute candle. You sold off 300 ticks, which was insane, and then got bought straight back up. Which ended up being a massive 4-hour liquidity grab. Came down, just wicked out, stopped so many people, and then yeah, no London Open at all next week, because I'll be on the trading retreat for the whole week, but then I'll be back right the week after, guys. Next week my time will be purely with the guys coming on the trading retreat, and then we'll be back next year. I mean, hopefully back before that. Next week, sorry. Yeah, I'll still do the market calls inside Traders Club, but the live streams will be back the following week. Not next year, the following week. No pre-London ones. No streams until next week. You guys on Zoom, we'll just do the market calls. My focus will just be next week with the guys in the retreat, and then we'll be right back to business after that. Like I say, I'll try to get lots of content, you guys on Zoom. You know, we'll share all the slides from the retreat as well after it. We got the conference room booked for 3 days, which will be cool. We got Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Monday's going to be all about the technical analysis. Wednesday's going to be about risk management, and then Friday's going to be all about psychology. So we've got a pretty busy week coming up next week. But yeah, I'll try and get lots and lots of content. Thank you. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. But the week's flying, to be honest. Before you know, we'll be right back here as well, guys. We'll be right back on the streams. I'll be back home on the Saturday as well. And yeah, next time, guys. Next time we do the next retreat, I'll try and organize it quite far in advance, and then you guys can come and secure some spots. We'll try and do it somewhere different. I'm not sure where we'll do the next one, but we'll try and do one. New location. Topstep are kindly enough giving some free combines for the guys who come on the retreats as well, which will be awesome. So any of the guys who come on the retreats, we're doing some free Topstep combines, which will be cool. I think he looks more bearish than GC looks bullish. Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. I'm just waiting for this 15 and 30-minute closure here on gold, if you guys are wondering what I'm waiting for. Do Thailand? Yeah, Thailand would be cool. Thailand would be very cool. To be honest, the hardest part is finding a villa that can host 8 to 10 people. The reason I always do it in the Bali one is because the villa that we do have is just the perfect place for it, like a mix of bunk rooms, a mix of private rooms. I actually would love to do a Europe one, yeah. And you guys in Europe, I would love to do a Europe one. Europe one would be really cool. Yeah, Thailand would be cool. Yeah, we did our first ever trading retreat in Thailand, which was very cool. Yeah, I agree. NQ's kind of holding up here. Not really doing too much here in NQ. Yeah, it is. That's true. Scotland in the mountains. Yeah, it might be a bit too cold. Maybe in summer. Yeah, drop by. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Thailand would be cool. Come to Alaska. Alaska would be cool. To be honest, I would love to do a whole US trip with the guys. I've only been to the States like twice. I would love to do a big US trip. Getting a lovely 15-minute push here, guys. You came down, you grabbed the previous hour lows and instantly rejecting. If we can close bullish here, you may see some longs. Oh, I knew it. Knew someone was going to be in it. There we go. How many up? 52 ticks. Yeah, nice. We're done for the day. Now this 50-minute could be nice. 30 minutes also, you know, grabbing the lows, holding support. This is kind of what we want to see. This is a good reversal sign. You tapped into previous hourly lows and you're instantly rejecting. The only thing is, you know, you are buying right into major resistance. It's the only thing, but keep in the back of the mind that, you know, gold is overall bullish anyway. So we're trying to follow that. Come to Europe? Yeah, absolutely, I'd love to. Where in EU would you consider? I don't know, to be honest, man. I'm pretty open to any. You probably know Europe better than me. Any good places in Europe? Ibiza, Benidorm. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, anywhere in Europe where you get nice big villa in a calm place. I don't know if Ibiza would be very calm. You know, maybe somewhere in Italy in the mountains. That'd be the dream. Yeah, Greece would be cool. Yeah, Greece actually would be cool. All right, we've got 30-minute closure coming in here, guys. Yeah, Chris, Austria. Austria would be absolutely beautiful, man. I've never been to Austria, but it looks very, very nice. Austria and Switzerland and all them places look beautiful. Yeah, Sicily looks incredible. Yeah, tour the Godfather. Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah. Yeah, Austria or Switzerland. Yeah, Switzerland would be like a dream place. That'd be beautiful. So we're getting a nice 30-minute closure here on gold, guys. If this 30-minute comes down and instantly pushes down for a bottom wick, I may see if we can get this long for a pullback. Because you're coming down, you're liquidating the previous 30-minute lows, you're forming some nice support, and we're overall very bullish. So let's see how this 30 is going to open in 28 seconds. Yeah, winter retreat in the Alps. Imagine that. We'll trade in the morning and then go snowboarding and skiing in the afternoon. Now that would be incredible. That would be incredible. "35 degrees in Switzerland today. Damn, beautiful. What do you do at the trading retreat?" Basically just an opportunity to learn the strategy. We got a conference room booked for 3 days. We'll learn the whole entire trading plan. It's also a good opportunity just to network with other traders as well. Build a connection. You know, some of the guys who have come on the trading retreats together now travel and trade full time together, which is amazing. So it's networking with other traders. You know, trading can be the whole reason I started. So opening and instantly pushing up, guys. I want to see a little bit of a bottom wick. The whole reason I started the trading retreats is because trading is such a lonely journey where, you know, it's always just you versus you. And it's like, I personally don't believe it should be like that. You know, people do fitness retreats, do yoga retreats. I was like, well, trading is one of these incredibly stressful things where, you know, you want to be able to talk with other traders and realize that, like, you're not the only one feeling these struggles. So it's just an opportunity to come along for a week, you know, trade live together, learn the whole entire trading plan, focus on gold, you know, work on a trading plan post-retreat to get consistent and meet the goals, and yeah, make connections with other people as well and experience the whole travel trader lifestyle. So we're opening and instantly pushing up here, guys, which is a little bit annoying because I want to see price come down for a bottom wick so I can get long. Because as soon as you tap into the previous highs, then that'd probably be a management point. Yeah, Queenstown, yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. I'm from Christchurch, nice. I was in Christchurch in Queensland. Queenstown last year. Look at this. Wait, let me send this to you. Yeah, it's good. Like I say, we'll do some more. I'll you know, like I say, Topstep kindly sponsoring and giving us some free combines for the upcoming one next week in Bali. So yeah, I'll try and organize one in advance, and we'll try and get one going for sure. Probably maybe do one towards the end of the year. Maybe what is it? June, July, August, October time. We'll try and get another one going. So with gold opening and instantly pushing up, it makes me think this could be a top wick for this to now come back lower. So if we open and instantly push up, and if I'm looking for longs, this could easily be the top wick before this comes back and pulls down. So when I'm wanting longs, I'm trying to take a fake out. I want to see the candle open and push down first to create the bottom wick before pushing up. So with price opening here and instantly pushing up, it makes me think that this could be a top wick for this to come back down. So that's the reason I'm not jumping in longs here, guys, if you're wondering. There's no bottom wick on this current 30-minute, which how often do we see a 30-minute close bullish with no bottom wick? It's very rare. So at any point that bottom wick can be created, which is a little bit tough because I really want to be buying this on gold. Maybe even at the next hour. Look at this hour, guys. Again, this is why I said I don't want to sell here, because this can get bought back up at any minute. Copper's booming. Really, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Copper. Wow, yeah, copper having a nice push. I went in the wrong chart there. Yeah, look at that. Holding 47, 475. Grab the lows straight back above. If you get a fake out on copper, you have, not that I trade it, but for you guys who do, this is a very nice liquidity level. At like, what, 48, 4.863 looks like a very nice level. Is gold having a squeeze now as well? Not as much. The trader guy, yo, how did you get better at accepting the losses and not tilting after taking losers? I'm getting to a stage trading 500 accounts, all slightly green, but I always worry about emotions. I mean, you have to remember, like, you're never going to have a 100% win rate. Like, we are in the business of losing. You are going to have losses. It doesn't matter what level you get to in trading, you're always going to have losses. And if losses affect you, you know, that's fine. Just try and trade smaller size until, you know, you trade a size where the losses don't really affect you that much. But if you try and run from losses, then that's when you end up having big losses because you can't accept the smaller losses. For me, my losses are always based off the candle closure and price closing against me. Because I would look back at a lot of my trades. Alpha 86, yeah, beautiful, man. Amazing work done for the day. Yeah, that's incredible. 80 ticks on this pullback's amazing, man. That's what I was talking about. These pullbacks can give you great opportunities. Very, very well done, man. What was I saying? Sorry. Yeah. Like I say, you know, we're in the business of losing. And like I say, it doesn't matter what level you get to, you're still going to take losses. So to get better at accepting the losses is obviously accepting that it's part of the game. And, you know, one loss doesn't determine how you've performed over the past week or month unless you let it. One of the biggest times I see people taking big losses is when they're trading their Topstep accounts and they've got like 4 weeks of all green days. That to me screams that you can't accept a loss. And you're trying to chase the green days, whereas if you can keep your losses small, that's the real key here. You're never going to get to a point of having no losses. It's just impossible. So if a loss makes you emotional, you know, try reducing your size and trade a size where it doesn't feel like, it just feels like nothing. You know, you'll be able to trade a point of like bigger size and bigger risk as you progress, but trade smaller size, take the losses, and you know, like times where you do get emotional, like I said earlier, it's more so about being aware of the emotions opposed to reacting to the emotions. Like, it's okay to get a little bit frustrated when you take a loss, but what's important is how you react after that loss. Yeah, retrading the zone on Sunday motion. Yeah, 100%. Trading in the zone is a fantastic, fantastic psychology book. Same as best loser wins, because that's what we're always trying to do. We're trying to learn to become good losers, because we are, like I said, we're in the business of losing. You're going to have losses throughout your whole entire trading career, so you want to be able to be a good loser. Trade gold moves like garbage. Now gold's beautiful. Gold's beautiful. Gold's moved like 700 ticks today. Obviously it's ranging now, but that's no surprise after a huge move. We've pushed 600 ticks today. On one mini, what would you say is a small loss for the day? Depends on how big the ranges are, but on average, for me, like less than $400 is good, which is like about 40 ticks, 40 to 50 ticks on gold. So gold's coming down for that bottom wick there, guys, which is nice. So you came up, grabbed the highs, came down for that bottom wick. That's why I said I'm not going to buy from now. I need to see that bottom wick created first, because this could be the top wick for it to come back lower. Well, that's exactly what we're doing. I mean, a small loss is not letting a, for instance, I mean the trade that we took right here together is a perfect example. So we got long here. We got long here. We had our stop just below this low, and we ended up getting out at like what, 8 ticks around there. To me, that's a good small loss. $80, that's great. You don't have to try and refine to that small, but you know, anywhere around like 20 to 30 ticks is a good loss. A one contract is $300. To me, that's a nice small loss. Yeah, Trader Tom. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Trader Tom. Yeah, best loser wins is a great book. Like I said, that's the whole game we're in. We're trying to become good losers. But don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I sometimes might still get frustrated if I take a few losses in a row. Like, you know, it's not normal to feel emotions from losses. Like I said to you guys, it's more so about what do you do when you feel them emotions. Do you react off the emotions and let small losses turn into big losses, or do you accept the loss, accept that trade just didn't work out and it's just a trade, who cares? And then you wait a minute and then you come back. Yeah, possible, Chris. Yeah, possible, man. That's kind of what I'm no full port. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what we do off stream. But whilst we're here, we're not allowed. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, if you take the break of this high, you could get caught in a buy right at resistance. I think if you want to take the break of this high, just wait for the breakout. I think it'd be a much safer option, man. Because if you try and put a buy stop here, and then it, you know, opens, tags you in without closing above, and then pushes down, you're gonna look back and be like, oh damn, I kind of got trapped in a buy right at resistance. So if we want to take a buy here on gold, you know, on the break of this high, which is the break of the hourly high, which is not a bad idea. Let's just wait for like a 15-minute breakout, for example. Let's see. What's you up to? Yeah, still looking good. I still like this. Again, the price action is not the cleanest, but a pullback makes sense. Gold stuck in a little bit of a range here, guys, which is again is no surprise after the 700 ticks we have seen today. Don't get frustrated if gold starts ranging, guys. Look at the amount of price we've done today. Like, this is insane. A range is normal. A range is what we need. Yeah, exactly. 100%. I'm slowly learning my lessons more and more. Absolutely. I revenge trade, sadly. Once I hit a certain point for losses, I'll lock myself out for the whole day and step away from trading for the day. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, used to revenge trade. Yeah. I guess that's the good thing about the way that we trade. We always know that trade is right around the corner. Like, if we take a loss here today, like, we don't need to jump straight back in another position. We could even say, let me come back tomorrow, because that next trade is always right around the corner. But if you always go on tilt and you always revenge trade, you're always just going to be just about getting back to break even. And that's the kind of game in trading. Is like we're trying to, it's not that people struggle to find the good trades. It's the fact that people can't identify the bad trades. Like, everyone, you know, when gold's pushing like this, everyone's a genius here. Like, we're all making money here. You know, we're making great trades here, making lots of money here. But here's the time where everyone can't bear to not be in a position. And these are the times where everyone goes and tilts, revenge trades, and takes loads of bad losses. But most people, when they have a few losses, think they're doing something wrong. But for the most part, you're not actually just identifying what you're doing wrong and how to stop making their mistakes less. You know, it's a funny game we're in, but it's one of them things that you just need to find out what you're doing wrong and do it less. Whereas most people will just take a load of losses and never even look back and learn, like, okay, what made this trade a bad trade? Most people always just let me jump straight onto the next one. It's like, how can you even jump on the next trade without even looking at what you maybe did right or wrong? Because sometimes you might take a loss and it might be a good trade, like the trade we took here. That was still, to me, it was a good trade. I don't need to refine that and be like, oh, what did I do wrong? It's like, no, I did everything right. Great. Still write it down and still keep it in the journal. But when you're trying to get consistent, and if you keep just taking loads of random trades without ever looking back on them, it's like, well, how can you ever expect to get better if you don't know what you're doing wrong? Whereas most people need to, like, they think, no, I need to be right more. But that's not always the case. You actually need to be wrong less and find out what you keep doing wrong and how to stop doing that as much. Yeah, totally agree. Don't need to make a trade every day, and you don't need to be trading all the time. 100%, man. Truly appreciate your method of trading and how minimal your losses are. Absolutely, man. Saved me countless times, and I'm still learning methods. Yeah, that's it, man. Again, if you're trying to trade in every single market move, you're either not trading a plan and you're trading emotions, but it's also very stressful. Like, trading is very stressful. The more time you spend trying to chase in every single market move, when you get to a point of trading full-time in trading, it's going to be the most stressful career in the world. Whereas, all of us got into, well, most of us probably got into trading for that freedom. But it's like, if you can't bear to not be in a trade every day or every single second, it is the most stressful job in the world. Like, being able to take your trade and walking away and being happy with it is like, that's great. The markets are moving 24 hours, 5 days a week, but it's not our job to be in every single one of them moves. It's about being in the move that fits our plan. Yeah, 100%. I have a journal I can send in Discord. Yep, absolutely, man. I'll send it to you after this. Drop me put it in the questions channel, man, and I'll send it in after this. Yeah, I've got a journal we can use. Absolutely. First day on a 50k Express. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Trade it safely. It is Friday after all. We have seen some crazy moves. We do have consumer sentiment 3 p.m. London time. Yeah, ES having a nice push. Gold having NQ having a nice push. Gold kind of holding up a little bit. Anyone taking this NQ pullback here? I guess it was kind of tough. The 15 closed bearish. That was the 30. Still squeezing. Still squeezing. Like you say, yeah, of course, man, of course. Scout. Yep, 43, yep. Absolutely, stay profitable. Yep, absolutely, man. That's it. Stack up the hits. Yeah, NQ catch a nice squeeze. Goldie not really doing too much. You're kind of tapping into 30-minute highs, tapping into the lows. Gold's in a little bit of a completely expected range. Completely expected range. What time is it? Gone up to 8:45 London time. So kind of got gold. We got gold trapped a little bit here. I mean, you may see a potential morning star play on the hourly. How do you come Topstep live trading? As in, how do you get moved to live on Topstep, or how did I start live streaming on Topstep? Not too sure what you mean, huh? The villa was about 600 Australian for 2 nights, I think. Something like that, I think. Which is pretty nice, to be fair. Where is it? Yeah, about 700 for 2 nights. Yeah, so I'm not sure what you mean. How do you come Topstep live trading? As in, like, how do you get moved to live on Topstep? If you mean how do you get moved to live on Topstep, it's by having 5 payouts from the same Express funded account, or sooner if the risk management team think you're ready. Yeah, gold in a little bit of a range here, guys. Like I said, it's not a surprise. We can't get frustrated with this range. It's completely expected. NQ is squeezing, but it's pretty choppy. If you're watching this on a 5-minute, you're probably getting pretty mentally burnt out. You're pushing up, you're pushing down, up, down, up. Probably getting pretty mentally fatigued there. I do still like gold longs overall, but does it give me any reason to want to buy it just yet? Probably not. It may come closer to 9. You may come down for a bottom wick, and then you can maybe buy into previous hourly highs. Sorry for my English. No, that's all good, man. That's all good. I was just checking your question. That's okay. How do you start live trading at Topstep? Sorry. Oh, how did Topstep recruit me? Topstep didn't really. I approached Topstep asking if they wanted to do some London streams. I'd been streaming on my own channel for the past like 3 years or something, and then yeah, I was trading on Topstep on my own anyway for a long time, and then yeah, I just asked Topstep, do you want to do some? Can we do some London streams together? And then the rest is history. But yeah, I guess I just started live streaming on my own channel, and then slowly grew from there. Like I say, you know, I was live streaming I've been live streaming my trading for the past, you know, taking trades, managing trades, taking wins, taking losses for the past 3-4 years. I used to stream to maybe, I don't know, 5-10 people watching me. Yeah, expensive green screen. Yeah, very, very expensive green screen. Yeah, I guess I just put myself out there and showcased my live trading. But yeah, I reached out to Topstep and see if we could do some streams together. Yeah, nice. Nice zoom background. I can't tell if you guys are trolling me or not. Someone said before, was it you, Sean, that said before, go take something off the shelf if it's not a green screen. Yeah, very expensive green screen, that's for sure. I mean, crude kind of same as oil, same as gold. You've had a huge pullback, a huge push up, an aggressive pullback, and it's kind of interesting to see if you're gonna look at that 4-hour rejection. That's huge. Being humble and not saying it, yeah. That's a huge rejection. Would I want to be selling this? Would I want to be buying it? Again, it's kind of similar to gold. It's a little bit tough. I would need to see more price action develop on crude personally. I mean, it is, you know, finding some nice support. Yes, it's the biggest push that you've probably, yeah, maybe, yeah, when was the last time? Even this sell-off in April wasn't as much as what we did in one day here. Like, it is absolutely insane. Like, crazy amount of volume that, to be honest, I would be very careful trying to trade it. Is gold moving, guys? Let's see. So a small 8-tick loss for me so far here today, guys. You know, a good thing about keeping your losses small is you can make back 8 ticks at any opportunity when the market presents it. The key is to not chase it. Any minute can make it back 8 ticks just like that. But the point is, you're waiting for the plan to present itself again. NQ to me looks like a potential pullback. Share more about the Traders Club. You can go check it out on just thetradersclub.com, man. I'm not here to push you guys on it or anything like that, but essentially if you just want to come and learn the way that I trade gold, then you're more than welcome to do so. I do the market calls, the Asian session, pre-New York every day as well. Obviously chat with all the other guys in Discord as well. It's more so if you like the way that we trade gold, if you want to take it to the next level and learn it, absolutely. But like I say to you guys, if you're new, just keep watching these live streams. You guys will learn a lot from here. Like I say, that's why I like trading live with you guys. You see the wins, you see the losses, you see the management, you see the reasons behind the trade. You know, you can learn a lot from just tuning in here. We do this for an hour and a half every single day. There you go. Daniel just said you'll love the Traders Club. See, not my words, it's Daniel's words. Gold's just chopping a little bit here, guys. Like I said, you know, I'd love it to see it break out and we can take another trade here together, but I'm not going to take a trade for the sake of it. But yeah, what we're looking at NQ is NQ to pull back into this breakout level. It's kind of already pushing, to be honest. Here, you grab lows here, you're breaking out, broke out again, and you're having a nice squeeze. But it's kind of one of them where it's like, it'd be hard to day trade this. Mentally, it'd be very draining. Although on the high time frame, this looks like a lovely push. For day trading, you see this push up and then down, up, down, up, down. Like, these are the trades that, and this is the price action that just mentally burns you out. It's It's personally the price action. Although it's nice to see it's having a nice pullback, it's the price action that personally mainly drains me, and it's just not worth my mental capacity. But I am looking for this to pull back up into 2170s. Yeah, 100% you can invite a man. Yep, Trader Future. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we don't have to be in the community, man. Absolutely. As long as you get the ticket. Yeah, 100%, man. Yep, you don't have to be in together, man. You get free access to it after the retreat anyway as well. But absolutely, absolutely. Let's see here on gold. Sounds great. Thank you. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Trying to as soon as I finish the one next week, we'll get some plans in the works for the next one. Absolutely, man. How much is a good risk amount per trade in a combine of 50k? $200 seems to work. There's your answer. Find what works best for you. What works well for me might not work well for you. For me personally, yeah, 200 to 300 is more than enough. 200 to 300 is more than enough. On a 50k combine, I'm trading like micros to 1 mini max. So 20 to 30 ticks is more than enough of risk. You don't really need to be risking any more than that. But it's kind of what works best for you. In terms of keeping the losses small and having a good risk reward, yeah, 200 to 300 is more than enough. More than enough. But if the ranges are very big on gold like they are today, then you want to reduce the risk. Yeah, keep the losses small and wins big. Absolutely. Like my loss here today, minus 80 ticks. Yes, I think we'll be alright. 80 ticks, like I say, can make back 80 ticks in 5 minutes. But the point is, I'm not trying to make it back. I'm trying to take the next good opportunity. And right now, it's not showing me anything. But that's fine. If it does today, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. Keep the losses small. And the way that I like to manage my trades is just based off candles closing against me. Like if I did cut this trade before the candle closed against me. But that's just because I was reading the intraday price action. But let's say, for example, if I, where can I show you guys an example? Let's say if I, for whatever reason, shorted gold here, and I have my hard stop all the way up here. The way that I personally will manage my trades is the second that this candle closes against me, grabs those and closes against me, that's my exit. I try not to let trades come anywhere near my hard stop. My hard stop's like a safety net. I personally manage my trades based off the candle closing against me. So if I shorted this, not that I did, but for whatever reason, say if I shorted this, the second this candle grabs lows and closes back above, that's my exit. I try and be as reactive as possible. We managed this one today very, very well, and we hit like $300 with like zero drawdown, very, very quick. Then you came right into 34.50 and couldn't close below, straight back down. So yeah, keep the losses small, but also, in the earlier days, you also don't want to manage too aggressively. Because there's nothing worse than you manage too aggressively and it ends up doing exactly what you want. So you have to also understand, like, does me managing my trades actually help me be profitable? If you look back at, 50 plus trades and every time you manage a trade, it ended up hitting full TP, then you're probably managing too aggressively. So the way I manage my trades, the way you guys manage your trades might be a little bit different. I know in the earlier days, if I had given my trades more breathing room and not focused on trying to have the smallest stop loss, I would actually be much further ahead than what I am. You guys want to get consistent with calling the direction than trying to have the perfect entry with the perfect stop loss. Get consistent at calling the direction well, and you can refine over time. But yeah, me personally, I manage my trades based off candles closing against me. Because a lot of the trades I would look back at, a lot of my losses where I hit full stops back in the earlier days, I would look back at a lot of my losses and go, wow, the amount of times the markets gave me a clear opportunity to admit and accept that I was wrong, and even sometimes take the other side, and I just couldn't accept it. It was crazy. So now when I see a candle closing against me, I don't think, maybe it's going to go back up. This might be a fake out. I go, no, this candle just grabbed highs and closed bearish. Exit. There's no reason to hold that trade. If it recloses back above, fine. I can give it another chance. Like I said to you guys, you want to become as reactive as possible. I try not to think too much. I just want to react to what's right in front of me. it's easier said than done, but it's a skill that, you know, the more you do it, and the more you just try and trade systematic in the sense that, okay, cool, if I'm buying from here, closure against me, that's my exit. Whereas when this closes against people, you know, they start going, oh, well, I think this is going to be a fake out. And they start bringing in their stop, and then before you know it, they've just blown out for the whole entire day. And that's when the emotions creep in. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for the week, guys. Gold's in a little bit of a range here. I did take a small $80 loss here on this account. I took $800 here on this one, and I'm just I think I need to let gold find its feet for a while. Nothing's looking super clear. I mean, if it breaks the downside, I'm personally not shorting this, guys, because like I say, I just don't like the downside. I have no downside targets. So for me personally, I'm gonna leave gold for at least an hour or so. But it was great to jump on with you guys. Like I say, we'll be back. We'll be back not next week, the week after, guys. I'll be at the trading retreat next week, and then we'll be back the following week. So trade safe next week, guys. I appreciate you all taking the time to tune in, and I'll see you guys same time again. Not next week, the week after. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a great weekend. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.